We need to go.
It's like this horse is looking very trampoly. Like, let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here. This is not safe.
This cow is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Good one. But
Okay, the light is on. It is recording. We are fading in, and we are here at the AwareNESS podcast. By the way, make sure you like and subscribe because it's free. It's easy to do. You just click the thing, and you're here, and you get to hear all kinds of weird conversations. I'm joined as usual. I'm Spenny, and I'm joined by my co-host Alexander the Great. And we have a guest.
Yes, and the guest has a residency.
And the guest has been here, and she will be here again.
Yeah, at some point.
Please welcome back to the show for the second time, Georgia. Georgia's here. Yeah. Hey, we love Georgia. Georgia's the best.
And this is a great conversation to have with Georgia.
Yeah. Well, what is the conversation? What are we even doing today? What is our nest today, Alex?
Well, oh, you were asking me?
Yeah.
Oh.
he said your name.
Yeah.
See, I was aware of that, okay? And because I was aware of that, let's just do AwareNESS. How about that? I think that's a great conversation to have with me, you, and our great guests.
I think so. I think I'm aware that is great, and that's a great idea. You were clearly aware of the situation. Yeah. You had good situational awareness. What do you know about that situational awareness?
Well,
what is awareness?
Such a good question.
Awareness is. Can we pull it up on Google?
Oh, good idea. Hold on. Hang on a minute. Yeah, hang on, you guys.
Type it up for us right quick.
Okay.
Let's get the definition.
I got it here. You want it on Google? I just have Google. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff here.
All right.
Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. We need to raise public awareness of the issue. Similar, concern and well-informed interest in a particular situation or development, a growing environmental awareness. And then on the side here, there's this whole thing about self-awareness in life. Awareness in philosophy and psychology is a concept of perception or knowledge of something. The concept is often synonymous with consciousness. However, one can be aware of something without being explicitly conscious of it, such as in the case of blind sight. And I don't know what blind sight is. Do you know, Georgia?
You might have to do a deeper Google on that one.
Okay, I'm gonna go do a deeper Google on that. But while I'm Googling over here, let's get the thing started. Georgia? What kind of awareness are you interested in? What is your how do you bring awareness to the table here?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Funny. I appreciate that. I like that little sidebar on Google had the idea of self-awareness, because I'd say that's the type of awareness that I'm most interested in. And
God damn it. I missed you. I'm over here Googling.
I stuck it for so long, bro. I'm so disappointed in you.
Do it again. Yeah. I was Googling.
Do it again.
No. It's a little aggressive. When you tell me to do it, it seems a little...
Do it again. No, I'm just
no, did
So I'd just like to key in the viewers, or maybe the listeners. I don't know if there are people who are listening to this but not watching. But as I was talking about self-awareness, the act of being aware of yourself, Alex was balancing a piece of popcorn on his tongue and looking at me.
I was listening. I was actively listening.
And so he
was too active.
He was clearly self-aware that he was actively listening with a piece of popcorn on the tip of his tongue, which was distracting me from my self-awareness and what I was talking about. But it was charming.
So what about self-awareness? How do you practice self-awareness? What is how does that tie into your life?
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, there's so many layers to that. I'd say, at the most basic level, meditation is really important.
Bro,
right?
I've said this shit for 3 seasons that I'm going to start meditating, and I still haven't.
Maybe we just need an accountability partner or something like that.
Yeah, Spenny. You need to come over and make sure I meditate.
We should meditate before we start the podcast, so then we have to start at 30 minutes late. Because we got to get nice and medied.
Oh, yeah. I want to get medicated. Or isn't that part of meditation?
It can be. It actually can enhance it in some ways if you're doing it right. Yeah. So, I found Blindsight. I was Googling and stuff. It says the ability to respond to visual stimuli without consciously perceiving them. So this condition can occur after certain types of brain damage. I also feel like that occurs when I'm driving. You ever notice where you're driving and you've been driving totally safe for hella long, and you just have a moment where you're like, wait, have I just been driving for like 30 minutes and I don't remember that. Like I could have flown off the road because I was maybe just I don't think that's what blindsight means, but that's just what that definition reminded me of.
No, but that's just the repetition of you being in your comfort zone. Like you say, you're basically just on cruise control doing something.
Yeah.
And like I said, I do that at times driving, and then like you said, you snap in and it's like, oh fuck, like I don't even remember looking up.
Yeah.
But I was so good. I was braking, I was turning, and everything, and it's like, that is a little unnerving because it's like cars are moving fast and they're hard and big. So you don't want to get hit by one of those things.
Yeah.
So don't go to jail.
Lawsuit. Yeah.
Well, they say when that happens, you're actually in alpha brain waves.
Oh, nice. I'm finally an alpha.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Been a sigma this long. I've been trying to become an alpha.
I don't even know. I just know alpha and beta, and then
omega.
There's a delta, but omega is the end. I know alpha and omega. I learned that from the Bible.
I learned that from Planet of the Apes, the original one.
The original? Ew.
Yeah, old school.
Ew.
Charlton Heston.
No suits? No CGI? Ew.
No CGI.
Oh my God.
Damn you all to hell. But no, it's like alpha and omega. It's because we destroyed ourselves. Anyways, that was kind of a little tangent, but I think we're talking about self-awareness in the spiritual sense. Would you consider yourself a spiritually self-aware person, Miss Georgia?
I definitely try to be self-aware. I mean, there's your awareness, like your focus or your attention, what you put your focus on, and then there's being self-aware of yourself. So putting your attention on yourself. Would I consider myself self-aware? I mean, I really try to be.
Yeah.
But I think there's things that we can't really see about ourselves that only other people see about us. So in that sense, it's really important to be open to feedback.
Well, the people right now, here's some feedback. The people right now cannot see your face at all because the microphone is completely covering it. So you might want to lower that thing a little bit. There you go. And, hey, I'm just jumping into the moment here. Yeah. But I think, unless that's what you're going for, and your self-awareness was saying, you know what, I don't really feel like being on camera right now. I'd rather just to spit some knowledge from back here. But there you go. Looks like you got it well adjusted there.
Is a weirdness a word?
Weirdness?
Weirdness.
A weirdness?
A weirdness? Weirdness?
Yeah.
A weirdness?
Oh shit! If there's an awareness, is there a vampness? Like, can we do like a Twilight thing?
Jesus Christ. A team Edwardness or a team Jacobness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Awareness or vampness. And we take a vote. You guys, let us know. Are you team awareness or team vampness?
I think werewolves is spelled with an E, though, whereas aware is spelled with an A. But it would be interesting because they're not aware. Like, I feel like a werewolf is not aware that it's a werewolf.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. That was deep.
Because, I mean, they should be called an unaware wolf because they don't know when they turn into the werewolf. He doesn't remember. He'll eat his best friend. He'll eat his mom. He'll eat his dad, because he's a werewolf. He's an unaware wolf. Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
That is deep.
That's a huge flaw in old school mythology. Calling it werewolf should be unaware wolf. Thank you.
Yeah.
Slam dunk.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig that, Daddy-o. Yeah, I can dig that.
So are there different types of awareness? Alex, what do you think? Are there different types of awareness?
I concur. Because I think everybody has their own level of awareness. And I think that's why community is important, which is something that we push with the Ness culture. It's like community is always important. And it's like, I think you need other people who are aware of things that you aren't aware of around you, because unknown unknowns are like one of the biggest problems in humanity. So to have somebody have a known unknown for you and bring it to you and make it a known known because it was a known known for them, but it wasn't for you. I think that's a beautiful thing to have. So I think that everybody has their own level of awareness, and depending on what environment you're in, it can present itself as valuable.
Absolutely. Georgia, what do you think? Different types of awareness. What are some different types of awareness you're aware of?
I'm not really sure. For me, I'm not really sure that there's different types of awareness. I mean, I guess we did talk about too, like being aware and then being self-aware, but I think that's still, from each human perspective, it's the same amount of stuff. It's just what you're focusing it on.
Yeah.
I think there's only one awareness.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, elaborate further. So what is that awareness? Because I don't know if I have that awareness.
It's just one. It's like, I mean, some people say it's like, what's the part of ourselves that is unchanging? Like thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, situations come and go. But what is the one thing that never changes? It's your awareness.
Or your underwear.
Right.
Can we not bring that up, Alex, on here? Because I
I
know the last
confidence.
guests were commenting on the smell, and you're like, "Oh, Spinny, maybe you should change." I'm like, "Yeah, I like to save money on laundry detergent. We don't have to make it a whole fucking thing on the podcast."
Bro, I didn't know. I thought it was something we could use for a bit. You didn't tell me not to tell nobody.
Moving on.
All right.
So there's there's one single awareness, which has nothing to do with underwear, as some people would have you believe.
I don't know. I don't know.
But so there's only one awareness, which is what? Breathing, waking up, survival, eating. Like what do you mean by that? The one type of awareness.
But that comes off to me as more consciousness than awareness. Is consciousness awareness to you?
I think consciousness is aware. I mean, because consciousness has like a sort of, just like it has like a sort of a resting state. Consciousness,
like a
being
resting
conscious,
bitch face?
like what does that mean? Awareness has sort of more of like an action to it, or like it has like a movement or an energy. It's like the act of being aware. It's a being. It's the thing you be.
So awareness is the observation. It's like the observation of it,
or the analysis of the observation. Is consciousness is the observation, and awareness is the analysis of the observation?
I think awareness is the state of being. You are aware. It just depends on what you are aware of. Like you're talking about the werewolf. You're like, the werewolf's not aware. It's a werewolf. Yeah. But it's aware of something, right? It's aware of its surroundings. It's
hungry.
Aware of that it's hungry. It's aware that it's, right? And we all have awareness. It's just,
that's one thing I was saying. Like everybody has awareness.
Correct.
But I feel like some people have less self-awareness.
Correct.
Because we were talking about self-awareness. You
right.
know? Some people, and I'm a very like analytical person, and I like to research a lot, and I like to observe things. You know, so like even with things about myself, like I feel like a lot of people think that I don't know that I do some of the things I do, and it's like no, I do those things because I know that's me, and it's like. I feel like a lot of people are scared to be themselves because they don't know what other people will think about it.
I think that's true.
And I've come to peace with myself like a decade ago of who I am to the point where I will do anything. And if you don't like it, that sucks.
Lick my left nut until I get right.
I haven't said that in a minute. But like I said, I'm not doing it to hurt you, or I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it to impress you. I'm doing it because this is something that genuinely brings me happiness, or it resonates with where I'm at as a person, and it makes me feel good. I do a lot of stuff because it makes me feel good, and then people.
I jerk off a lot too.
Spinny, I told you that.
What?
See, so see, they see that? I told about his business, and he wants to tell about my business.
I was talking about my business and just trying to relate to your business and put our awareness together in like a little gingerly touching our tips type scenario.
It was friendliness.
Well,
yeah, friendliness. There you go. I like that. Thank you.
Alex, I have a question.
So
what I'm hearing is that sometimes people will approach you and be like, "Do you know that you're doing this thing?" And you're like, yes, I do.
And they'd be like, you shouldn't do it. And I say, why? Because this, that, and third. I'm like, well, it's like, I feel like a lot of people tell me stuff that they have a problem with me. Uh-huh. And I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not something for me to change because you're the one with the problem.
So this is a really interesting and important point. Is that if you have awareness, or you do, and the person who's bringing that issue up to you has that awareness, they're putting their awareness on you instead of putting their awareness on themselves. So instead of being self-aware in that situation, they're being aware of you.
I think a lot of people project that their what's it called, insecurities on other people, and they're aware of their insecurities. So for them to feel better in a community or a group of people,
right,
they want other people to have the insecurities they have. So once they see an insecurity that they have that somebody else isn't sharing, they want to bring it to you like, don't you know? Don't you know the people were looking at you?
Yeah.
You don't want the people to look at you.
Or do you think it's that, or do you think they're trying to get you to change your behavior to make them feel better? Like, don't do that thing that makes me feel insecure versus I want you to feel as insecure as I do.
That's a good one. I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Maybe they don't know.
Yeah. Because like I said, because just from my angle, like you said, from my awareness, it's like you're trying to not be perceived in a certain manner, and I want people to perceive me as I am.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what I am, that's okay. I don't like Brussels sprouts, so I don't eat them.
Yeah.
So don't consume me if you don't like me.
Well, but it sounds like people are perceiving you as who you are, but then they're bringing it back to you and expecting you to change. So maybe it's like, you perceive me as I am and let me be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah.
And don't tell me because I already know.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's good to be open to feedback.
Yeah, no, but it's like, oh, you saw that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad you saw it. Like,
you see me.
Yeah, good. It's like, good.
Because that's all anyone wants is they want to be seen.
Yeah. You knocked your winner down.
God, this microphone is...
Yeah,
okay.
I need a new stand
Anyways.
there. Hey, if you want to donate to the What's Your Nest podcast, we don't have a Patreon yet, but we are on YouTube, and if you slide in the comments and say, I would really like to donate, we'll reach out to you. I'll send you an email. If you follow the link in the email, you'll get our Venmo, and you can give us money so we can get a better microphone set up.
And Spinny will even send you nudes if you want.
I mean, that's a given, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's DMs, you know. It's not, this isn't, it's very unofficial we do it here.
But I'm glad we started talking about that because it's a good segue. So I feel like we haven't got Spinny's input on this, but Spinny. So is awareness based on perspective? Do you think it's your perspective dictates your awareness?
I think that's a part of it because well, that's the thing though. I think you can have a perspective that's very unaware of something, right?
But before you start, I just want to say that I've always had a problem with the word dictate.
Dictate.
Yeah, because it just sounds like dictate.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Spinny.
No, I mean Donald Trump's going to be a dictator on day one, apparently, according to him.
Not a dictator.
Yeah. Anyways, if he only would, I'll keep trying. That was weird. Self-awareness. I don't know. Perspective. We're talking perspective. What are you doing over there?
Huh?
What are you?
I'm fixing my headphones.
Fixing in?
Mind your business, bro.
Okay.
Dang.
I like it.
Crown, darling.
I like it when you wear it up like that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
So yeah.
Perspective. Well, what I was saying was, I think
fuck, it's dicking in my head.
getting dicked in your head. What?
Yeah. So I guess the
that
question
did not
is
feel
like,
good.
the question is, what is awareness? Is it perspective? What is it?
I mean, I think it can be. Well, but that's the thing. You can have a perspective, but everyone has their own perspective, and then there's a bunch of shit going on, and your perspective might not be aware of that yet. So even though you may have awareness about this, that, and the other, you're not going to have awareness of what's going on over there. So I think perspective and awareness are separate.
All these words are very intriguing. I feel like we need to...
This is a semantic argument right now.
Yeah. I feel like we need to like tighten it up. It's like, is consciousness... No, but consciousness is not awareness. but is your awareness your perspective of your consciousness of the awareness?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it's like aware.
Like, are these semantics or are they different things?
Well, like before tonight, I was never aware that Alex doesn't wash his underwear frequently.
No, we already said on the podcast that you don't, so that's what it is.
Yo, this is about to turn into gaslighting us right now. No, I'm not. I'm not aware of anything like that ever happening. Don't rewind this. Just keep watching and listening to me.
Boys. Well, let's have this conversation. Like, there's consciousness. There's awareness. There's perspective.
Okay, so
out of those three, how are they the same and how are they different?
Okay, so I see. Oh, I gotta get closer. So I forgot. I'm gonna sound.
Because I feel like a lot of conscious rappers would be like rappers that rap about awareness about certain things.
But they're rapping about their perspective of their awareness, which makes them a conscious rapper. Because their perspective, their awareness of their perspective, makes them make music that is conscious.
Boom, solved it.
Okay, so then let's define consciousness.
Okay, See, but then when I say consciousness, the next word that I want to use to explain it is awareness. Because to have consciousness, you have to be aware.
Right.
That's what brings you into consciousness. It's the awareness of it. And then once you have awareness, then you can have perspective on what you're aware of. That's my thing.
That's where you're sticking?
Yeah. Consciousness, you have to have consciousness to have awareness, to have a perspective on what you're aware of.
Everything's fake. Nothing is real.
Right.
Consciousness is awareness is perspective, which are all words that are made up by us who don't know anything because it's all made up. That's what I think.
Not to mention we're in a stimulation.
Stimulation.
I'm in a stimulation right now, just looking at you over there.
That's kind of true, too. We should throw the word stimulation out of the other three. So I've heard a definition that I really resonate with in terms of consciousness, and that is that consciousness is like the act
Don't
of
look at me like that.
Taking up space.
I can touch you.
The act of taking up space. So like consciousness is the existence in itself. Like consciousness isn't on it by itself aware.
What?
Does that make sense?
No. This podcast is not sexist. No. We were just giving our opinion.
I genuinely don't understand.
No.
Maybe it's too deep for me. It's probably too deep.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I think that consciousness is like a result of awareness. It's like awareness is like putting...
So you saying you're aware, then you're conscious, and then you have perspective?
I think awareness builds consciousness, just like it builds perspective. Like, for example, the way that our world works is like you have an idea, and then you put your awareness on it, just like this podcast, and then it becomes something that takes up space. That in itself, to me, is consciousness. It's like the result of your awareness, what you put your awareness on, because consciousness is like just being.
So
it becomes conscious. Like it becomes the space that you take up with that idea.
But would I be conscious if I take off my underwearness?
It's not a great example. Would you be conscious?
See, you guys, she's been here before, so she knows the jokes are coming.
You've been through round one, so you know.
Oh shit! I have a cum stain on my pants.
Bro, I got one covered in those in the other room. I still need to wash.
That's a true story.
How did I spill drink? I feel like an amateur. I have a hole in my pants.
Just remember.
I should probably throw these away, huh?
No, just make it bigger so it's more useful. And
are you wearing long johns under there? Are those long johns sticking out?
No,
Is that part of your style? Is that why you can walk around with a t-shirt in the middle of winter?
No, this is the middle of winter in California.
Right.
It was probably 65, 70 degrees today.
58 degrees outside right now. But it's cold.
Yeah, it's been nice. I like the
jeans made it like I was talking to people. I was like, bro, December came and it was like, it's December in California. Bring the sun. It was like it got so warm.
Yeah,
you're just out there cooking in the sun. It's nice.
It's been gorgeous.
Yeah,
no complaints.
But the days are growing darker.
Well, so Spenny, what do you think about that? What I just said?
Yeah. You didn't give us your consciousness awareness perspective.
Okay, so I think awareness is birthed out of, it's definitely post-consciousness. I think consciousness is just the general, that's what I think of as like, oh, it has consciousness, like it's looking around, it's taking things in. Awareness has to do with the analysis of the things that are being taken in. So I think awareness is secondary to consciousness. And then, like you said, for conscious rappers, like they're giving their perspective makes them a conscious rapper because they're speaking on their perspective of their awareness. So it's still, again, it's still in fucking loop. But I think, I don't know, I think it's there. What about self-awareness? So for self-awareness, do you guys know, I mean, it was brought up a little bit earlier, but do you have self-awareness?
We all do.
Yeah, I think to an extent everyone does.
To an extent, but a lot of people don't.
No, but I think that's how you perceive their self-awareness.
I agree with that.
Because it's like I think a lot of times, because like even with me, it's like you're a fucking idiot for doing that. Like you clearly don't know you're doing.
Oh my God.
Who's that? Is this going to be something funny, or is this going to be a hang up?
It's a FaceTime.
Do you want me to?
Only if it's funny.
Oh, it's funny. Okay.
Yeah,
it might be funny.
All right.
Who's
this?
All right. So
who's that?
We need to know. We need to ask you this question, okay? What comes first? Give these three things in order, okay? Consciousness, awareness, perspective.
Stimulation.
Whoa. Yeah.
Consciousness, awareness, and perspective.
Yeah, we hit the cervix with this one.
Like in order?
Yes. Bruh, she looks like she's stressing.
She's really trying. She's committed. I like her already.
What was the other one?
Yes.
Consciousness, perspective, and awareness.
And awareness. Okay. Probably. Awareness.
Okay.
Then perspective.
Okay.
Then consciousness.
Okay.
Why is that? Why is that?
Yes, why? The letter before Z.
Conscious, because you have to be conscious of what is going on around you. Like you have to have some kind of awakening to change your perspective.
You literally said.
And then once your perspective is changed, then you can work on the other thing.
You become more aware.
Awareness. So she kind of said the same thing I did, which is consciousness.
But she literally just said awareness was first.
I know, but then when she actually was analyzing it, she said consciousness and then perspective and then whatever the other one, which is the episode awareness.
Yeah, and then you become aware. No, I think you have to be aware first.
What?
Ah, see.
But so she brings up an interesting point in that my definition of consciousness was taking up space. So if you think about it, like from our perspectives, we're babies, we're born in bodies, and that in itself is consciousness. Our awareness is like
learning stuff.
It's the perspective is like the distance that you have from something. You know, you gain perspective when you can see something from
when you can after you have
angles.
Awareness of things.
Correct.
Then that's why I say consciousness, awareness, perspective.
Yeah, but the consciousness is still the space for me. So I think she's right. Ding ding ding.
Yeah. Okay. So,
very nice on the fly.
All right. Well, yeah.
I disagree, but it was good to hear from you.
I want to show you this. Wait, real quick.
Okay. Well, she's showing him that self-awareness, Georgia.
Yeah.
So you feel like everyone has self-awareness?
Yes.
And why is that? 'Cause, so you kind of contested me when I said I think some people don't. Like and here's like an example, and this is a very basic example I would give, that when I was doing just like screwing around doing stand-up comedy in college, the whole point was that my buddy would write a bunch of super terrible jokes, non sequitur shit that sucked, and go up there and perform it and deliver it as though it was great. And because I was performing it and delivering it as though I thought it was great, but it's clearly terrible, people were laughing. And one of my buddies said to me, he's like, yeah, and this is one of the first times I ever heard that word really and understood it, was like, oh, it's because you're doing it, but you're self-aware. But counterintuitive, if you go up and there's a comedian who thinks some jokes are genuinely funny and he's performing them and nobody's freaking laughing because it's terrible and he doesn't know it's terrible, he doesn't have self-awareness that he's a terrible comedian. Like, I went up there as a self-aware, terrible comedian, a lot of people go up there without the self-awareness of that.
I
That's how I kind of have defined it to myself.
But I see that sometimes as confidence. Because sometimes you don't think people understand how funny you are yet, and you keep going. Even when they're not laughing, you keep going because you believe how funny you are.
Yeah.
And eventually you know people will get how funny you are.
Yeah.
So sometimes it could, like I said, it could be perceived as oh, he doesn't even know that he's not funny.
Yeah.
And it's because you're not brave enough to go up and do those jokes that are unconventional. You know, and he may bring in a whole new genre of comedy because he was willing to go through all of those stand-ups of people not laughing until people got it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true, but I guess like my point with the allegory is like, for instance, like
allegory.
I don't know.
He always bringing up big words, man. He does that.
I just think. Well, I'm trying to link it. I'm
know?
trying to link it to the and I did shitty stand up comedy in college, but it was self aware, so it was funny. But I think there's a lot of people that aren't self aware, and when I think of lacking self awareness, I basically think of hypocrisy.
Right.
So like, do as I say, not as I do. Don't do that, but I'm gonna go do that exact same thing, and maybe everyone does have self-awareness and everyone that's being hypocritical is aware that they're being hypocritical, but I think there's really some people who just don't get that.
I agree with you on that. I don't think some people know that they're being hypocritical.
Yeah.
I think some people, they genuinely miss it.
Yeah.
Because like I've brought certain things to certain people's attention that they just, it seemed so obvious to me, but they had no idea that they were doing it, but I'm observing them. Correct. And that's why I feel like community is good, because sometimes you do need somebody to be like, hey Georgia, like I saw this and you know I care about you.
It's been
XYZ.
a week since you washed your underwear. Maybe you should look into that.
Yeah. Just if you care.
I never do that, by the way. I'm a daily underwear changer.
I don't know. I'm a little close to her, you guys.
So I want to bring up two things.
You all right? You need me to open a window?
One is I think that there's an assumption being made there that Spencer, you would go on stage and be like, I know this is bad comedy and this is the best I can do. And
it wasn't
the best thing you do.
The point was that I was being dared to do it, of like, you won't go up and do this shit. But it was because, even though it was shit, it was the fact that I was self-aware that people thought it was funny, because I was just delivering like, clearly this is dumb. But I was just like delivering it like so confidently.
But with comedy, that's the thing with comedy. It doesn't have to make sense and it doesn't have to be good to be funny.
But I just want to get clear on this. You knew it was bad.
Yeah.
They wrote bad jokes.
They wrote bad jokes on purpose.
I was a dare. My buddy dared me. He like wrote a bunch of horrendous shit.
Got it.
And says, I dare you to go and freaking go sign up for this open mic and just go perform this as though this is good. And I did it, and it was not good. Like, half the audience was pissed off, and I think the other half
it was like offensive?
Super offensive. It was basically, it was like
super offensive.
Yeah,
he said it like duh,
It was bad.
But this was like in 2011, like 2010. I was doing it, and it was like way before any like there's cancel culture. It was just literally like, let's go here. This is a very not funny thing to joke about, and the punchline isn't even funny. And some of them he would even write were just non sequiturs, like. Here's this, and then here's the punchline.
All the time.
I don't even know what that means.
It's like nothing. It doesn't make sense. Like, for instance,
he could have just said that. See, he likes making us feel dumb.
No, so the non sequitur is like it's like a story where it's like, yeah, so you're doing so you know, oh, I got this really funny story about this guy. He was selling Cheetos under the BART tracks, right? And I went over to him to buy some Cheetos. And I reached into the bag of Cheetos, and then it turns out the bag was made of paper, which was okay, but it didn't really matter because he's a lobster. Like, that's
hilarious, bro.
Yeah, but that's
hilarious.
It's irrelevant detail.
No. Okay. Well, I was on the phone with my friend the other day, and we were just chit chatting. We were about to watch a show, right? Yeah. And they were telling me about the show, and then I was like, I have golden Oreos that have been sitting in my cupboard for 2 months.
That would not be non sequitur. That's like an important detail.
No, because then the person was like, what But after that, like, what are you? I was like, that's it.
It is kind of like it has nothing to do with the conversation, basically. Oh. Like if we're having a conversation and you just bring up the fact that you have golden Oreos.
I did.
That's it.
And they've been in the cupboard. And
it's that's a non sequitur. That's an absolute non sequitur.
Well, I do that to people all the time.
Yeah. So that's what we were doing.
So can I get citizenship there? I want to be a non sequitur.
Yeah. You can be a non sequitarian. Non sequitarian is the proper term.
Wow.
Bro, he's so self-aware.
Wow.
Like, wow.
Very self-aware.
Super aware.
But do you really think everyone has or are you just defining self-awareness as they're aware that they exist?
Well, no. What I wanted to say is, one, I think there's an assumption that you're self-aware and the guy who's actually doing shitty comedy is not self-aware because you don't know like what the background is. Like you don't know what his thoughts are. Maybe that is the best he can do. So maybe he is aware, but he's like, this is the best I can do.
It's tragic.
And I want to be a comedian.
That was
my kind of point. It's like, yeah.
But the other point that I wanted to bring in was the concept of your perception, which I really liked that you brought up. Because there's perception is like how you're viewing a situation, and you're it's like your sense of something. But perspective is like once you have a chance. So your perception of that guy doing the comedy is that like.
I hope this is a nude.
Let's all wait to find out if it's a nude.
Yeah, my perception of the guy doing the comedy he has his dick out on the thing.
Right. Your perception is this guy sucks and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah,
but like
that's your perception.
That's your perception of him.
No. The perception. The whole point was, it worked because you're self-aware. So it's not that he's not self-aware. Well, I mean, it could be not self-aware, but I think it was the fact that the jokes clearly were so intentionally bad, and that was where the self-awareness was.
But you know what I think it was?
What?
I don't think it was that you were self-aware that the jokes were bad. I think you're genuinely funny.
Yeah, I agree
and anything you could have gone up there and wiped your ass with a newspaper, and then people would have been like, "Oh, this guy, look at this guy with the newspaper."
Now you're making me blush, Alex.
So like I said, I think you're just genuinely funny. So anything you do can be funny. Like how Dave Chappelle, he went up there and he's like, I can make anything funny. I think you're somebody that can make a lot of things funny. You might not be Dave Chappelle level, but you can make a lot of things funny.
What do you mean? I don't hate trans people enough? Is that what you're saying?
He doesn't hate them.
I know.
He observes them.
Yeah, okay. Hey, here's the thing. I think self-awareness is that there's levels to it. Okay, maybe everyone is self-aware on the base level that, okay, I'm a human, I'm breathing. But as we evolve in society and there's, societal norms and whatnot, some people become less and less self-aware, and some people maintain their self-awareness and improve on it, I think, is maybe what I was trying to say.
But that's the question. I mean, can you judge someone else's self-awareness? I don't know.
That's a damn good question. Can you judge someone else's self-awareness?
Yeah.
Like, are you just projecting onto somebody else because of your self-awareness? Like, that goes back to my thing about, are you just projecting how you feel about something and try to get somebody else to conform to your thought process? Or, like I said, because how can you really judge somebody's self-awareness? All you can judge is what they see. What you see. No, but also what they put out. But what you're perceiving is what they're putting out. They could have a whole nother sinister thought process behind it.
Absolutely.
It could be anything, but they're projecting themselves to be perceived in a manner. And I feel like everybody does that. Everybody puts out what they want themselves to be perceived as, and then they make adjustments based off of how people react to it.
And sometimes it lands better than other ways.
In different environments.
Correct. Yeah, I was even going to take it a step further, like as far as self-awareness, and so basically there's people who are, you kind of have two types of kids with trauma in this world. Like kids who are neglected end up being really self-aware because, and even abused too. They need to know like what's going on in their surroundings. So they end up becoming completely aware of like what everybody else is doing. And then they're able to meet those needs in a way that other people who were maybe loved more normally, wouldn't be able to do. So like there's so many different levels of awareness.
So,
bro, I'm super stoked on these Ness Culture cock warmers. I only ordered one, but it came in a pair. They gave me two. Do you want one of these cock warmers?
bro, those are socks. They're not cock warmers. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. I was joking, dude. Of course they're socks. I'm not I'm like a weirdo or anything.
What do you think you can do with your awareness?
That's a really good question.
Spinny, talk to me, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do with your awareness, Spinny?
I guess wash my underwear, or maybe not invite my friends on the podcast who are going to out me as a guy who only washes his underwear once a year. No, I think being aware of things, when you have awareness, it's like, and this is where the word, it's a very big word, like awareness about what? Awareness about this fucked up thing happening over here. Okay, I'm going to do something to fix that. Awareness that, oh, I'm a shitty comedian. Okay, I'm going to go into finance instead of or I'm going to go into education or something. I'm going to go into some other field than stand-up comedy. I think awareness is just something that can be reacted to in a way to benefit your life. Once you actually gain a working and a genuine awareness, whether it's I need to improve on this, I need to help my guy over here, I'm aware of this and that. I think you can do that with your awareness.
But it could be worse, because remember the Joker? Mm-hmm. He was a comedian. Then he turned into a musical singer, and it was worse. It's like, no, go be a comedian.
He should have stayed a comedian.
Yeah, because the singer being a singer.
It's like, why was Al Pacino not in fucking Joker 2? And he fucking loads up another clip. Like, I want the Joker to clip all the old school mob actors playing like shitty high up characters, not just him singing with Lady Gaga for fucking 2.5 hours. Yeah. God, man, we went and saw that movie.
You want to know something else that was, bro? This is top 3.
What?
I'm like almost certain this is top 3 worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Untouchables? No, I'm just kidding.
No, Untouchables. Untouchables not even.
It was okay, but
I've seen way worse movies than Untouchables.
Okay, top 3.
Top 3. This movie has made it into the top 3 of worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Gladiator 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Really? I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to see it because I loved the first one.
That's a bummer.
Go see it.
Should I see it?
Please go see it, because I want to know if I'm just a cranky old man, if I'm just being a Grinch. But
my buddy,
You're unaware.
My buddy who I go to one of
I need perspective. So
proof in the pudding.
Yes. Yeah. So please go see it. I think it was top 3 worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Because my buddy,
top 3.
Top 3. It made it into the top 3.
LC said it was a 7.8 is how he rated it, which is like,
I
feel like
he liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
but he liked it, but it was still, it's like, that's still in like the C rating. So maybe he was just trying to be nice. Maybe he's like, oh, I think
8.
I should like it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's 7.8. I'm gonna do 0.2 points below 8, and that's how I say it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can never get a read on that guy.
Yeah,
but
maybe he's a nice guy, because I'm not, and I'm just gonna be like, no, that was horrible.
Well, out of 10, what do you give it?
2.3.
Oof, that's bad.
2.3.
But we should go see it. Is it worth it to see it in the theater because there's still big sword action and sword fights and stuff?
I want you to just go see it how I saw it, so you can tell me if you thought
were you on shrooms? Were you on bath salts? Like what were you on? That was
if I'm just being dramatic, because I don't even want to give you my perspective on it, because I don't want it to jade your judgment of what you see. Mm-hmm. So I want you to go see it. I want you to tell me what you thought about it, and then I'll give you why I think it was such a bad movie.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna wait to rent it.
Okay. You don't want to go to the...
I don't want to spend the $36.95 to watch something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Or I don't know how your schedule is. Tuesdays.
Oh, matinee.
Tuesdays everywhere. Right. Tuesdays at AMC. Tuesdays at Jack London.
Huh.
Tuesdays.
This is the cheapest day?
Yeah.
Are we talking like $5-10?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With the popcorn and the whole thing?
Oh, no, not with popcorn. So
no, concessions where they make their money, yeah.
Yeah. You thought 36? You said that was with popcorn?
I mean, that's like the full experience.
That's like the IMAX, whatever.
Yeah. No, IMAX is like $24, $28 or something.
Well,
that's
for 2
close.
people, if I wanted for my boyfriend to come with me.
No, but I'm saying, you said $36. $36 is basic. for standard.
Yeah.
That's for
Popcorn,
2 people.
Drink.
No, popcorn is like $15.
That's what I'm... Okay.
And that's the biggest
I'm just
profit
going to
margin.
rent it.
No, but I'm telling you, I just bought tickets. It was $18 a piece for the ticket. So to get
36.
But you talking about popcorn and stuff.
Oh, no. You ain't getting no popcorn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You talking about popcorn and stuff. I'm like, what?
You're going to watch this terrible movie for $36.95 and you get 0 popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm Maximus Aurelius. Father to a murdered son. Husband to a murdered wife.
Great. That was great.
Great movie.
That was great.
Okay.
And the movie has a twist in it that sucks to me.
Okay, so the twist sucks. Okay, I can't wait to watch it. I do want to see it still.
Yeah, I
but
want to see it.
Oh man, I don't even want to say this. I don't want to give you anything. But you said you're gonna wait until it's out for rental, huh?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give you this because you're gonna wait anyway. I did somewhat like the way Denzel was killed. It was kind of cool. That was the best part of the movie.
You can't just tell me Denzel's gonna get killed. Now I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the heck?
Oh, I did what I didn't want to do.
Ever since Training Day, I've never watched another Denzel movie out of fear that unless I knew he wasn't going to get killed. And now that I know this, spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Training Day, Denzel gets killed in the end.
Yeah.
It's a great
and spoiler alert: don't go see Gladiator 2 because Denzel gets killed. I guess.
The new Alien movie was good. Anyways,
there's a new Alien movie.
Well, now it's on Hulu. It was in the theater.
Oh, I have Hulu, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, Alien Romulus was pretty dope. It was good. Like, even if you're not super into Alien, it was like a good crowd pleaser. Like, it was a good fun movie.
Prometheus wasn't as good as I thought it should have been.
Yeah, great concept on that one, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I liked it still, but anyways, we're veering off into movies here. This isn't cinematicness.
This is what the What's Your Ness podcast does.
Yeah.
So since we're kind of like touching on all these different parts of awareness, how can you develop your awareness, Georgia?
Yeah. I mean, I can speak from my own personal experience and that, I think my main way of developing my awareness is through meditation and just experiencing life day in and day out.
But I feel like everybody wakes up and experiences life.
Yeah.
I'm saying, give us a little bit more. What should people be doing to develop their awareness? What is something that you feel like you do and it develops your awareness of your,
I mean, meditation is huge, but again, it comes back to the self-awareness conversation. It's like you have to be aware that you're aware. If
what
you
does
want
that
to
mean?
develop your
what
awareness.
does that mean to you? The aware, like, what are you aware of, and how does your awareness develop through meditation? I'm
aware that I'm aware. Well, I think for me personally, when I meditate, it's kind of like taking my whole reality down to that silent void. Okay, I got this one on camera. Can we see the nipple?
Can we see the nipple?
No, it's YouTube.
Can we see this circular center? Because this is for my example.
My areola?
Yeah. I don't need to know how hairy it is. Right. So all that.
It's blocked by the mic. Alex, it's blocked by the mic.
I feel exploited.
Secret.
It's blocked by the mic. You got to move.
I feel exploited.
Well,
there you go.
If you think about it, like we all have this sort of silent source of ourselves inside. And I don't, I think that's sort of the beauty of meditation is when you actually take your awareness and you put it on nothing, which is incredibly difficult to do.
Yeah. I did meditation a long time ago. And like you said, that clear your mind thing is especially for me, because like my mind is constantly racing.
Right. So it's like you're in the present moment, but you're aware of like 1,500 things that are, going on around you, or what's going to happen next, or what's happened in the past. And so for me to develop my awareness, it's taking my awareness and focusing it on nothing. And by focusing it on nothing, when I get up and to take the next steps in my life, it's like I'm whole. It's like my whole awareness is on this present moment. And that's what they call like mindfulness.
That was fucking beautiful.
That was good, right?
I said I wouldn't cry.
So I think that developing your awareness is taking as much of your awareness, because it can be really vast,
Oh yeah, especially mine. It's huge. It can't even fit in.
It is. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, for example, they say, like, when you're looking at a sunset or something, it's like your awareness is like touching that. When you're looking at something that's really beautiful, it's like your whole being is present in that moment.
Yeah, I have that same feeling every time I see a mirror.
Yeah, or maybe you have an orgasm, or, you know.
Who has orgasms anymore?
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with examples for you.
We live in California. No one has time to have orgasms. We have bills.
You like come up with a great like rap line, you know? I don't know. You like
I'm retired.
You sell 300 Ness Culture sweatshirts. It's like your whole it's like this moment. It's like your whole being is like
they're very comfortable, by the way. I've been wearing this shit all winter. Yeah. Haven't had a no, I don't need an extra jacket. No, I don't know. Just a little boom, look at that. And now your head's warm too. Wow. Yeah. That's some awareness. I'm aware. I get so aware of myself. What? Huh? What? What'd you say?
I said, so how do you develop your awareness, Spinny?
Also meditation, but I think what are you giggling about?
I don't know. He looked at me and was laughing. So
I thought you heard me.
No, I didn't hear you.
I develop it.
He said he uses the hoodie to keep his head warm. I said I use mouths.
I didn't hear that. I don't think I would have laughed at that.
I thought that's what you said, but I wanted to confirm it before
he was laughing, so I was laughing.
Oh my God! You just
I didn't want you to be.
You're like someone
self-aware. She likes to.
Yeah. You're like someone in my stand-up comedy audience. So that didn't make any sense, but everyone else is laughing, so I'm gonna laugh too.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's what you should do. You should do bad comedy and have plants.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Like a guy, I actually
like you plant somebody in the audience to laugh.
I'm like thinking,
and once one person laughs, another person laughs, and then everybody.
There was actually when I was doing
Tickle Me Elmos, a bunch of Tickle Me Elmos.
Yeah, when I was doing open mics in Richmond, there was a dude who actually did that, and he had his bro sitting right in the front, and the guy was just like. At every joke, like so, and then every time the guy would be doing that, he would go, "That's enough, bro. That's enough." That's enough, bro. And just like call it, like, stop. Like, that's enough, bro. But it was like, clearly this is like a guy that you hired to be here, or like your buddy who's doing this. It was
and that's fucking hilarious to me.
It was.
Like me observing that.
Yeah.
I would be laughing because I'm observing that.
It was hilarious.
It's like you said, I guess they're self-aware that they're doing this bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me that they're even conjured up the thought to do this bit. Yeah. So I love it. Doesn't matter what he says. As soon as the guy starts laughing, I'm going to start laughing because him and his friend have this whole little scheme going
Actually,
on.
And the funny thing is, before that even happened, Artie Bo had like pitched that exact idea to me,
and I think
but not that's enough. But like, shut the fuck up, like but it would just like Spence, you go do some comedy. I'll just fucking lie. But we never had it. But he came to my comedy night, and one of the other open mic guys did that. And I was like, bro, wasn't that what we fucking talked about? Bro, it's a great idea.
What's crazy is I was just about to say that should be somebody's bit. Like there should be like a tag team comedy duo, and like their whole bit is one of them tells the jokes, and then the other one he's just in the audience, like either fucking
heckling would be funnier,
heckling or just laughing hella hard. Like that's their thing. It's like he's telling jokes to a crowd, but then he's having this like interaction with, but everybody knows that they're both in on it, and that's the funny thing about it.
Yeah,
this has already happened. It's called the Tom Green Show.
Do
you
remember
watching Tom Green? I thought Tom Green was amazing, and he had his buddy Phil, who was just sitting there. He would just sit in the chair, and Tom Green would like show these little skits and like interact with the audience. And Phil
is Tom Green still alive?
Yeah, I met him. I met him like 10 years ago doing the Trailer Park Boys shit. They were on his show.
Yeah, because he's Canadian.
Yeah. And he was like, of all the celebrities that like when they were doing the tour of the shows, like
I figured it out. I didn't spill alcohol. The cup is dripping.
Oh.
It's the wetness of the cup fell on my lap.
Pre-cum on your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta drink that pre-cum.
Oh yeah, we already. Did you watch the wetness?
Because I get the clips.
Oh.
I get like the cliff notes. Yeah. Do I want to watch this?
Yeah. Because women pre-cum too. Okay.
Everybody pre-comes and it's okay.
Everybody pre-comes. It's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's absolutely.
But true. I'm aware of pre-cum, and I'm aware of everything that's lovely and good and whole in life, especially pre-cum holes.
Okay, that's funny you bring that up because we just dropped the wetness.
He said holes.
What'd you say?
I know we just dropped the wetness episode, right? That was the episode that was like a week or two ago, right? So I have this question because you're not keeping up with current events. So
that's your perception.
True.
Sir.
True. So I want to know, Georgia.
Yeah.
Do you have to keep up with current events to have awareness? Like, do you have to be aware of what's going on right now to have awareness?
Do you have to be aware of what's going on right now to
The
have
current
awareness?
events. I'm not going to say what's going on right now.
Deny,
Current
defend,
events.
depose.
No, I think that awareness it's a gift. It's inborn in us. It's a given. Your awareness. Everybody has awareness. Because you were asking the question earlier of like, what can you do with your awareness? Awareness is what drives us forward. It's what allows us to take the next step.
Toyota Venza is what drives me forward.
No, but it's like if you're sitting outside and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm cold. It's your awareness of that causes you to go inside and get a sweatshirt.
Or you can just jerk it. That tends to get your blood flowing.
But you wouldn't do that if you're like sitting on a park bench or in your front yard.
Speak for yourself.
But that's also awareness that I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, I'm aware enough to be like, this might make people uncomfortable if I just start masturbating on this park bench.
That's because your tools
myself.
aren't fit for it. Me and Spinny have the tools that are fit for that
God
job.
forbid you would do that.
Sometimes
At a dog park without a dog.
What you mean? I got a dog with me. Down, boy.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, so, hold on. Was the punchline of that you're fucking dogs in the dog park?
Oh my God.
Whoa. No.
Can you get away?
No.
You're so...
Peggy, come here.
Just gotta keep him safe.
Yeah. My self-awareness kicked in.
Spitty, do you have to keep up with current events to be aware?
Well, we're talking. I feel like this is a very semantic question because if she says no, but she's talking about the general awareness. But of course, there's like people that be like, yeah, they have a general lack of awareness about the current political situation or the current event. I mean, it's just like you can have awareness about different things. So in order, if you want to proclaim to have awareness and knowledge of geopolitical shit, you should be paying attention to the news and the laws that are getting passed and this, that, and whatever. But I think as far as just the whole awareness, no, like clearly, like plenty of people are just, you don't have to be aware of what's on TV or what's on in the speeches and the press releases and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have to be aware to be aware?
Okay. I have a very good question.
Okay.
And we're going to start with Spinny, and I'm going to let you hear Spinny's thought process, and I need you to answer.
Okay.
Is awareness relative to your environment? Hold on. Do you want me to give you perspective on the question? Because I actually have perspective on the
You want to
question.
go first?
No. I just want to give you perspective on the question so you can answer, and then I'll give my answer. But do you want perspective on the question? This is why I say it, okay?
Okay.
Is awareness relative to your environment? I feel like I'm a hyper-aware person. Mm-hmm. I'm from Oakland. I've left many of places before the shooting started. Mm. And I feel like that's my awareness. Mm-hmm. My hyper-awareness of the environment that I'm in. If I went to a rural place and needed to be on a farm, my awareness is a little less useful because I don't have farm awareness. Mm-hmm. So, Spinny, do you think awareness is relative to your environment, or do you think I would get to the farm and I'm an aware person and I'll kick it in?
You could, so you think that awareness of getting out of there before the shooting starts is based on very direct things, or did you feel like it was more like just a general vibe you got and you were like, oh, I got to get out of here?
But I feel like the general vibe is the awareness.
But was it like someone said something specifically, or it's like you see a couple people like, hey, fucker, like, no. Oh, fuck that. Oh, you want to play like that?
Too late. That's
too late.
way too late.
Okay.
I see it way before it gets there.
So I think you would be good on the farm then, because I think that's picking up on, it's like subtle social cues or something that's like, oh, this might go very badly. And I think...
but is that paranoia or awareness?
I brought you to a farm one time and you were fucking terrified.
I fed things.
You did feed things.
Yes.
We fed some cows and goats and shit up there. It was nice. I ate some of the celery too.
So like an active farm is like the streets. when things go wrong. Your level of terror, your level of desire to leave the property. It's like, we need to go.
It's like, this horse is looking very trampoly. Like, let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here. This is not safe.
This cow is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Good one. But
I mean, it's better safe than sorry. Hey, you didn't get out of there. The shooting started the night I was called a snow bunny. We sat through the shooting on that one.
Yeah, we watched it. But that, I was pretty drunk and we were at a club. That was, like, and plus I was younger. Like, you kind of, it's going to happen. But you know what? That's probably part of my case study. Mm-hmm. It's like I've been in so many shootings that it's like, yeah, they're gonna start. All right, man, I've had fun, you guys. I'm pretty drunk. I can smell it coming.
I think that's perspective.
That's perspective?
That's your perspective, is that you've been in that situation enough times to be able to read the signs. It's like you're reading the room. You're reading the energy. You know when you walk into a room and you're like, what's up with that person?
Bruh,
like,
that shit happened with me and the Trunk Boys on the bus one night. Like, we went to some party or something. There was a bunch of us, right? And then like everybody hopped on before me, and then I got on last, right? And like I said, we were enjoying ourselves. We were laughing and shit. We was catching the bus back to North Oakland. And I'm just like, hey. I think I saw somebody I knew at the front of the bus, so I'm talking to the bus driver, whatever it was, right? I walked to the back of the bus where we all were, and the energy was just off. To the point where, like I said, something did eventually happen to where I think somebody might have tried to pull a gun on us or something, but like I said, it was
like some rando on the bus or something.
No, it was like a group. It was like 3 or 4 of them. But it was Trunk Boys, so we got on as a unit.
Yeah.
But like I said, the energy was off, and then like I said, when they got off the bus, it was like a interaction. Like I said, I can't remember specifically what happened, but it was like something that could have went left. But then we ended up getting them off the bus before the fight or the gunfight popped off or whatever. But like you said, I was in a great mood. We was all chilling. I'm like, we just came from something. We had hella fun. But then as soon as I walked back there, I was like, I need to be aware.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no more fun. Like, I need to be.
Something's changed.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all really think Cupcake's that poppin', do you?
Yeah. It was probably some haterish things going on, but but like I said, so I do agree with that. Like, immediately I knew it was no more like, I was like, ew.
Well, and then there's something else you sort of alluded to the possibility of. So the one answer is, the question is, how do you know when something's about to go wrong? There's been times where you've been somewhere and been like, you know what? It's been great. I'm going to go. So one answer to that is perspective, right? You've seen things go wrong, so you know how to read the room. The other side of that is like kind of getting into sixth sensey things.
I concur.
Where it's like with your awareness, you can, some people say you can, receive messages or be guided or like, something.
Dreams. People have predictive dreams.
Predictive dreams, like being psychic.
And that's part of it, even if it's not, I remember specifically this dream. Maybe there was a dream you don't remember, but there was something that was given to you, gave you that awareness that this pattern is going to quickly lead to that might not be apparent to even the trained eye. I would say the untrained eye, but even the trained eye.
Conscious mind.
Even
like deja vu.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I love deja vu.
When you're like, I've been here before.
It's delicious.
Right? It's French.
Yeah.
Oui.
Like a kiss.
Yeah. So I think there's two sides to that coin, and it's honestly pretty difficult to tell.
Well,
right? Because
back to the question: do you think awareness is relative to your environment, or do you think a aware person is an aware person?
I think you're going to be aware no matter what your environment is.
Okay.
But some people may be more aware than others,
right? Which is kind of the point I made of like how you grew up and like how you developed your awareness. Were you aware of yourself, or were you aware of other people?
I'm saying I remember when I got my awareness. That day is very like burnt in my brain.
As a child?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I remember the first day I remember.
Really?
Yes, because I don't remember anything before it. But one day I woke up in my parents' bed, both of them sleep. I woke up and the sun was coming through their window. That's my first thought ever. And it's like seared in my brain. And I remember that. I don't know what I did before that day.
Yeah.
And I was like preschool time.
Wow.
I don't know what I did before that day, but that day I woke up, I saw the sun, and I was here.
Wow.
I actually can't remember what my first memory was. I have like random tidbits. I mean, I definitely, like, I remember getting dropped off at preschool and being like scared that my mom left. Like, oh, I'm someplace without my mom. Mm-hmm. You know, this is weird. But I don't. I mean, maybe that was my first. I feel like there was things before that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
that led up to that. Of course, things happened before that. But like, of what I can actually clearly remember, I have some memories, but I'm like, was that before that? Was that like I have no chronology? I can't could never tell you what my first memory
Georgia,
was.
do you have a first memory?
I'm sitting here trying to think of what my first memory is or was, and I mean,
no, that's active. It is because you still are.
Yeah, what my first memory is. Mm-hmm. First memory is. Yeah, it certainly wasn't like sunlight streaming through my parents' bedroom and like do. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
I grew up in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you remember
house.
what you felt in that moment?
I don't know. Like I said, because like my parents were like knocked and I was just they were asleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, they were just knocked, and I just remember
had just murdered my parents.
Yeah.
I thought you meant knocked like, oh, I'm about to go knock a bitch. Like you knocked your parents at fucking age 2? Jesus Christ.
God. We said preschool, so that's like 3 or 4?
Yeah, I was like 3. I was like 3.
3.
You know?
Yeah, that's about when kids like have memories on
But
average.
like I said, I feel like when I think about that, like I said, I don't know if I actually felt it because the human memory is so, it's so inaccurate. The further away from a memory of something is, you only remember really how it feels. And that's why when I go places and stuff now that we have the technology, I have to take videos. Because once 5 years, 10 years go by, you can only tell somebody how it made you feel, really. Yeah. You tell them things and when you try to explain the details, if you have footage of those details, your details are completely off. But if you can look at the footage, you can remember like, oh no, this is what they did. Yeah. But when you actually recollect things that you don't have any proof of, you're mostly telling people how you feel about it. And then you conjure up a creative way to explain that. But it doesn't have to be accurate because they weren't there.
Or what you remember. I mean, like if you were, in a huge city and like you're describing, there was this like Christmas tree with lights and like that's a very small piece of the whole puzzle, of
and like
the
I said,
entire environment.
That's just a piece to give somebody perspective on
Context,
it. Yeah. But like I said, it might not even been that many trees with lights. You might have saw one tree with light, but that was the tree with lights that you saw.
Correct.
So it meant so much to you.
Exactly.
That now you tell the story and it's like there were trees with lights.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was tree with light. It was tree with light, but it was trees with lights, and it was amazing. I can't wait to go back to Chicago or New York.
Yeah. Right, and then you go to Chicago and New York, and you're like, this is not the business. Yeah. No, they actually say like if you're describing a book or a movie to someone, you should never like hype it up. Because the probability, they're going to, in their minds, interpret all these amazing things that you said and put it into their own language. And then they're going to watch the movie and they might not agree with that. Right? Because the reasons that they would think something is truly amazing.
So hopefully Gladiator's fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't want you guys to be jaded about it. Please go see Gladiator 2 and let's have a conversation about it. Yeah.
But okay, so and I'm just throwing this out there. One thing that we haven't really talked about yet, because there is like, for example, on something like Rotten Tomatoes, right? Like you saw Gladiator, you're like, that was terrible. Spencer and I may, see it and think like this was the most amazing. But in general, in terms of awareness and consciousness, there is often a general perspective.
Yeah, there is a I feel like that's at times it could be sheep mentality also. It's like people just following the herd.
Right.
But then once the herd is followed, that's the consensus on that thing. But it's like you don't have to agree with that. Because like I tell people all the time, because like you know, I'm like a world renowned music artist, but
You tell people all the time.
You are. Shouts out Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Hi, Kendrick.
Yeah. but I tell people all the time, like I've heard Rihanna songs and been like, this is a trash song.
Yeah.
And that song was #1 on Hot Billboard.
Right.
On Billboard Hot 100.
Right.
So like I said, it doesn't matter at certain times your awareness of something. I could add a genuine musical reason why that song sucked.
Yeah.
But everyone likes it.
Yeah.
So it's a hot song, regardless of how I feel or what I think, not even how I feel, what really made it a bad song.
Yeah.
That's genuinely like in music or her performance or the singing of it or whatever, you know, like something that's like, technically this is not a good song.
Right.
If everybody's enjoying it, it is.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't make it a good song. It just makes it that everybody enjoys it.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's that awareness of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if a chef tells you that this food is shit, but then you eat it and you're like, well, it's good enough for me.
Right.
Like that chef has a better perspective on how you create food and why you do it at this temperature and why you sear it this way and all this other stuff. And my palate may not be fine. I might eat McDonald's and Jack in the Box all the time. And then it's like, I don't know. It's well done steak. It's pretty good to me. Mm-hmm. It's like, I like that it's chewy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, but you know, but that's your experience, you know? So it's like, who's wrong in that? I think the chef is right. I think the person with the more perspective.
Well, yeah.
But then it's still.
But it's subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's yeah. Now,
because I do know some ugly people.
that
are in relationships.
Yeah. Shouts out.
Shouts out to Spinny.
Don't include me in that.
Hey, question. I gotta go pour myself another drink. Do you want some?
Yeah,
I want some popcorn.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll re-up all you guys' stuff. I'm gonna leave the camera on Georgia.
Okay.
And ask a question. And then I'm gonna go and try to do this stuff and try to get back in time to do my fancy little camera switching angle thing that I do. But I'm gonna throw this out there. Is acting unaware in certain scenarios a part of awareness?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is acting unaware? I think I'm gonna need some help with that because I don't know. Do you intentionally act unaware? Sure.
That's the question. That's the question.
But not for the purpose of your own awareness, maybe for the purpose of a perception that if you're trying to influence someone else's awareness or someone else's perception, then you may act unaware as like a strategy or a tactic. It's like a woman dropping a handkerchief and being like, oops.
So you say damsel in distress is like a unaware awareness?
It can be. I think there could actually be someone who's in trouble who needs help. But yeah, I guess I mean I think it just depends on what the goal of the moment is. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We can't do what I think because Spinny's not here to change the camera.
Okay, well, why don't we?
Yeah. So
I just literally have to keep talking?
Yeah, but I'm about to cue you up. See, me and Spinny are professionals, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We got you.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
So you're saying that you think that a damsel in distress is unaware awareness. So do you think that that's awareness? The awareness of being of trying to be unaware?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Are you sure?
You're aware of trying to be unaware?
Yeah, but I'm saying, is that a part
acting.
of? I'm saying, is that a part of awareness, or is that some other form of just lack of self-awareness?
You can't take your awareness away. You can just change the focus of it.
Change the focus. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you can't not be aware. We all have awareness. The only thing you can do is change where it's focused. I think the thing about a lot of people who you look at and you think like, oh, this person isn't like self-aware, it's because their awareness is on you instead of on them. It's like those are the people who blame.
But isn't that them not being self-aware because their awareness is on you?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they don't have awareness.
What are you guys talking about?
Exactly.
Awareness is the episode.
Is acting unaware in certain scenarios a part of awareness? Alex, go.
And I'm gonna get myself a cocktail because you were unaware that I also asked for another drink.
You did?
Yeah, exactly.
There's 3 freaking. How many hands do I need to have? Alex, go. I'll get the drink. I'm just putting it on Alex.
No, I'm getting the drink because I.
Oh, because you know where. I don't even know where your drink is. You're drinking like some different shit. I'm unaware of where the drinks are.
You should have put your Schmeat out.
You're unaware and you don't.
You should have carried it with your Schmeat.
It's not. It hasn't developed that opposable thumb yet. That I've been taking all these pills. It's supposed to be able to do that, but. So what do you think? So being unaware in certain scenarios, is that a part of awareness?
Yes, because I feel like I play dumb in a lot of environments to better observe them. You know, so
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I do, because I frequently pretend like, I wash my underwear every day. Like I totally act like I'm an unaware individual who spends tons of money on laundry detergent and water bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we have a drought in California, so water is expensive.
Yeah, and if you had some awareness about the environment, maybe you'd stop washing your underwear, Californians.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Just inconsiderate people.
Super inconsiderate. Yeah, I definitely think playing dumb, you got to play dumb in certain scenarios. But it's all about like your awareness of the situation that you're in. Like, say for instance, you I don't know. You're at work, like a good friend of yours who's your coworker has been stealing tons of staplers from the corporate office.
What the fuck can you do with a stapler?
You can do a lot of things with a stapler. You don't really match my freak, Alex, if you don't know about the stapler play. But anyways, so hypothetically, someone is stealing a bunch of staplers from a corporate office, and the bosses come around, and you don't. You don't fully know. I said you don't fully know that.
No, you said you nut.
And you nutted a couple times because you watched your buddy. You watched a video. You jerked off to a video of your coworker friend, and you see all the staplers in the background, and he's just doing all the stapler shit that you do if you're a freaking stapler freak like me. And the boss comes in and asks you, hey, do you happen to know anything about this? You really have to, and it's like you have to be aware of how to appear unaware. You know, like
that's a real thing.
What?
You can be an accomplice to something if you don't know how to act unaware.
Yeah,
because like something I told my daughter that I feel like is very unconventional, and people don't think that this is a proper moral way to go about it, but they don't run my fucking house or my family. So I taught my daughter when she was younger that she needs to learn how to lie because everybody doesn't deserve her truth. And she can't just go around giving everybody her truth, because also your truth can hurt or offend a lot of people. Yeah. So you need to learn how to, even though you may feel this way or this is how you really think about something, you need to learn how to, in certain environments, just be like, oh yes, that's crazy. That's great. Yeah.
I know all about that. I have to keep my mouth shut so fucking much in various scenarios. And I feel like that's a
skill set. I feel like that's a skill set all children need to learn. And like I said, I probably shouldn't phrase it as you need to learn how to lie.
Yeah. But you just need to know how to not say stuff that's going to create a bigger problem than you want to deal with or anyone wants to deal with in certain scenarios, of course.
That's also called a lie. It's called a lie of omission.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, and I'm just blunt like that. And I basically I said you need to learn how to lie, but you need to know who to lie to. And I told her, I said, lying to me does nothing for you. I said, because even when you're wrong, I'm on your side. So I was like, tell me the truth, and I will devise a plan for us to go lie to other people. And then I'll talk to you about the problem. But we're not going to go talk about our problems to these other people and let them try to punish you. I'm going to go fight for you, and then me and you are going to have a personal conversation. But you have to tell me the 100% truth so I can devise the best plan to go talk to these people about what you did wrong. And tell them that you didn't do anything wrong, and then I chastise you later and let you know don't ever do that again.
Right.
But I'm not gonna go back and be like, well, she told me she did it, and no. But also it's like if you don't give me all the information, all the truths of what you actually did, I go in there and then I'm blindsided and like, you did that too? Like you got
never lie to your attorney. Especially, don't never lie by omission to your attorney or your dad.
Your father.
Or your dad if he's Alex.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's altruism.
All my future kids, watch this episode.
Your future kids.
Yeah.
How many you got cooking?
I don't know. I got to check. Check the oven.
You better check the fucking oven quick, bud, because clock's ticking.
No, it's not. Not for men.
That's true.
No, I'm saying the clock's if you've put buns in the ovens, you should check on the ovens.
Yeah.
No, the ovens are good. They're good ovens. Always come in good. I mean, put buns in good yeah.
This is getting a little too much oven humor.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No snitch podcast.
Georgia.
Yep.
I have an amazing fucking question for you.
Okay.
Is your awareness aware that it's aware of its awareness?
My awareness is aware in moments that it's aware.
No. Is your awareness aware that it's aware of its awareness?
Yes.
Spinny. Is your awareness aware that it's aware of its awareness?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Alex.
It comes in moments.
Alex, is your awareness aware that it's aware of its awareness?
Constantly.
Constantly?
Constantly. It's a fucking... It's a burden.
What does that feel like?
A burden. It feels like something I have to carry around all day, every day.
So does that mean like every single action that you take in life, every single thought that you think, every single emotion that you feel is intentional?
Pretty much.
That's how it feels.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's so if it's not immediately thought and done, it's like I'm so in tune with how I am that even when I do something spontaneous, it was the spontaneous thing that I would do.
It's like predestined.
I already kind of determined it. And then it happened, and it's like, yeah, that's something I would do. Like to the point where when people repeat stuff back to me, like, yeah, and then I heard you, and then you said, or you did, and I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, well, no, and then they rephrase it, and I'm like, I probably said that.
Yeah.
I probably said that. That sounds like me.
Yeah.
Because I know what I do.
Right.
Everything I do, I know what it is.
But still, that awareness sounds like it's past tense.
But no, I'm talking about scenarios from past tense.
But the question you're asking us is like in the moment. Like, is your awareness aware?
Yeah, and like I said, in this moment, my awareness is aware that it's aware of its awareness.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
While I'm talking to you and Spinny.
For me, it comes in waves.
I zone out a lot.
I have to actively be thinking about that awareness. A lot of times, I'm just experiencing.
I feel like I'm always just kind of zoning out a lot.
and that's what I told you. I told you my brain is a storm. It is constantly going.
I believe.
You need to smoke some more weed, man.
But that makes it worse. That's why I drink alcohol. It calms it down some because it dumbs me down some. Where I can think something like I don't want to get fucked up because then when I get fucked up, it's like, oh man, now I'm trying to think about being fucked up.
Right.
So, but if I drink a little bit, it like shuts it a little bit down. It quiets all of the extra thoughts. Yeah. Like I tell people, I've seen the universe start.
Yeah.
My brain is trying to figure out how it's going to end. Oh. Always, and that's why I can't smoke weed because I'm already thinking about how stars explode. Just sober.
You should take shrooms and smoke weed at the same time. And drink alcohol.
It's a craft cocktail.
What a cocktail. You should do shrooms and Molly at the same time because Molly just makes you just love everything and all your worries are gone. It's like alcohol just like instantly, but like, and you're just like, oh, I love everything. And then you take some shrooms with that. It's like, oh, the stars are exploding and I love that they're exploding. That's beautiful. Yeah. We're all going to explode one day and that's great.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's my brain in like 3.5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like 3.5 seconds, my brain has all those thoughts.
So imagine hard psychedelics. We do not condone illicit activities on the What's Your Ness podcast, but definitely, but you know,
I'm saying shrooms are illegal in Oakland.
They're studying shrooms and MDMA for all types of stuff. So you know, it's legit. It's legit now. Hey, by the way, what do you do when someone lacks awareness and you want them to have more awareness, Georgia?
You have to first decide if it's worth it to approach the person, or if it's more beneficial to change something about yourself.
That is, I agree with that answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that answer wholeheartedly.
Yep. Nailed that one.
I don't even need to answer that. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you guys didn't miss that. What she said was a lesson for life.
Yep.
That's what you need to fucking realize. Is like, is it worth trying to change them, or is it just easier to change yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you can figure that part out, man, your life can be so much happier.
But I think not just trying to change someone, but if someone's just not aware about something and you want them to have more awareness, I think kind of what you're getting at is like butting heads and like, oh no, like I think this way, I think that way, right?
No, giving feedback.
Just give feedback.
Where
like
I
said,
would start.
Yeah.
Like
but like I said, but you're not giving you wouldn't give anyone feedback if you didn't think that it would better their lives. So you would want to see change.
Or if they can or they can't receive it.
Yeah.
Or if I'm capable of phrasing it in a way.
But I think
that's something I have an issue with.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like I always try, like, if there's someone that's just blatantly spewing some misinformation, I'll just be like very like, oh no, like I was actually there and saw this thing, and and if people don't want to accept that, like, reality is what it is, or they don't want to accept my explaining of whatever that is, then I'm not gonna. It's okay. You've got your mind made up. Yeah, no, that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he did that. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, whatever.
The world is flat.
Yeah. Or that on the political level too, like the. But everyone's fed so much different, so everyone feels like they have their own awareness, but there's like these different awareness boxes, and when they collide, it's like these little fights about whichever cable you're tuned into or whatever bullshit.
Often born out of social circles.
But that's the internet. The internet made everybody think that they have a valid point. And people don't realize opinion is not a valid point.
Yeah.
It's opinion.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, you can give your opinion, but no one asks, should I give my opinion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in a lot of situations, you shouldn't give your opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of situations, you should just observe others' opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm in a meeting and like I walk into a room and they're all skinheads, for instance, and they're talking about how the Holocaust didn't happen or something. They could make the argument if say we had this polite conversation where I'm like, well, no, actually it did happen. Like here's like mountains of photo, video, recountings, and they're still gonna be like, nah, bro, that didn't happen. That in that moment I'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna change any minds here. This is, but I think still there is the want for people to just be aware of general things that are real. But we don't breathe oxygen. It's not. No, oxygen is fake.
Well,
we don't.
Air is fake.
We breathe air,
Yeah.
which is like 78% nitrogen.
No, that's not true.
What is it?
I don't know. My awareness is that we breathe oxygen. I don't know anything about nitrogen. Don't fucking try to talk to me about shit.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like the point that
Sweet and salty is my favorite combination.
Yeah,
it's really good, right?
Those are really good. Yeah.
I love sweet and salty.
Shouts out Himalayan sea salt popcorn. Gonna buy another bag after this.
Yum yum yummy.
Yeah, I usually do Skinny Girl or whatever that shit's called.
Really? You like Bethany Frankel's brand?
I don't know. My mom bought it and it was I saw they had a sweet and salty one. And when I was at Costco and I just bought it. It was a purple bag.
Yeah, Skinny Girl.
Yeah,
Bethany
and that was
Frankel.
called. Yeah, yeah. I bought the purple bag. The purple bag was pretty good.
Yeah, she was on the Real Housewives, and then
I didn't know anything about it. My mother had it.
Yeah, Real Housewives New York, and she was like the struggling housewife, and then she was on the show for a while, and then started Skinny Girl.
Are you aware that she isn't actually skinny?
She's definitely petite and fit.
Petite is a height, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, petite and fit. Good
Frame,
job.
yeah.
I don't think anyone that makes a brand called Skinny Girl and they're on Desperate Housewives and Alex is promoting their show on the podcast is going to be skinny for long. You know what I'm saying? She about to be eaten.
Have you ever encountered fake awareness, Georgia?
I'm not sure how to answer that. to be quite honest. Fake awareness. What's the definition?
Oh, bro,
of
we
fake
gotta do
awareness?
fakeness.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference? I feel like we still haven't, like, we're an hour and a half in, and I feel like we still haven't gotten even to what the definition of awareness is. Like, we all have different definitions of it. I feel like when
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
So my awareness is higher than everyone else's.
Go around and define what we think awareness is?
We already did
that.
No, but we did. Okay,
and it's
so
literally been like an hour talking about that. We're done with that.
We did that like 3 times.
Did that happen? I guess I wasn't aware.
Yeah. You weren't.
Okay.
You weren't. Like,
you will be.
Your awareness even confused me and Spinny at one point.
And we're going to end this, and you guys are going to be like, that was the weirdest podcast.
It's great. It's been flying through. I think it's been, this has been a lovely one. We're still going, though, and I think fake awareness, I think kind of to what you said about how everyone on the internet has a valid point. You can think you're aware of something, and your entire opinion, you weren't there, you weren't around it. It's completely based on some random shit that someone is saying online who you happen to follow, and as long as you don't get passionate about that, it's like there's just so much bullshit out there, so I feel like you can't tie your awareness to something that you weren't actually there for. Like, I'll see something. Look, I watched a snuff film. I saw a video of this guy in New York with a silencer shooting this guy in the back of the head, or not back of the head. He shot him in the back and the leg and walked off. And it's a whole like manhunt or whatever. Wow. The healthcare.
I thought he shot him in the chest.
No, he walked up and shot him. Hit him once in the leg, and then he hit him in the back. And I think he did a kill. The kill shot might have been in the chest. I think because he walked up to him and did a last little one. I think.
Oh, I didn't even know they had footage of the full kill.
If I have footage of the full kill, it's on the internet and from multiple CCTVs. But here's the thing: that whole story could be totally that the guy looked like a freaking Hitman NPC character walking right before he got hit. Which maybe, no offense to his family if it did happen, but my awareness of that is solely based, it's some shit that happened in New York, solely based on some shit over there. So am I going to get very passionate about this? Is like, oh, this is something? No, but I'll accept that happened just because it's in the general, everyone's like, oh, this is something that happened, and that's cool. But I feel like a lot of people base their awareness off of some things that they aren't aware of, and it's just whatever's presented to them.
Others' opinions, people's perspective of something that they have no awareness of.
With AI now, you never know this day and age.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is that there's the truth and then there's your truth. And you're also pertaining to the general public. Right? So
because perspective, it can be about where you stand,
Right.
Two people can see an accident and see 2 different things that happened because of where they were standing. And angles, just physics, the physics of it. Totally. Angles will do that to you. Like, no, he cut that lady off, and it's like, no, that lady hit him. It's like, if she didn't do that, and it could just be one was standing behind it and one was standing in front of it, and from their angles, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So it's like perspective can even be wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what really happened? Did both things really happen? Because that's what both people saw?
Right.
Or is there a consistent truth on what actually happened? And did you have to be at a certain angle to see what actually happened?
Yeah, a certain vantage point.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Vantage Point?
You've never seen Vantage Point?
Mm-mm.
I've never seen it either.
Is it a Denzel?
No. Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah. Vantage Point. I like that movie.
Ghost Dog. Shouts out. You ever seen Ghost Dog? Forrest Whitaker? He's a hitman.
So you just gonna shit on my movie because I brought up a movie?
No, we acknowledge.
No. He does this all the time, Georgia.
I want to watch it.
No.
But I'm just saying.
He shit on my movie to bring up another movie.
I'm just saying I acknowledged it. I didn't have another movie.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Forrest Whitaker.
He does this to me all the time. And I'm aware of it.
I could have brought up Last King of Scotland, but I didn't because Ghost Dog is a much better Forrest Whitaker movie than Last King of Scotland, which is considered a very good movie, and it was a good movie. But Vantage Point is the one you want to watch.
No, Forrest Whitaker, wasn't he in the one where they were stealing they were renting organs to people?
What?
And then they were repoing it if you didn't pay for it?
Repo Men?
That's what that was called?
I never saw it, but I saw the trailers. I remember the trailers.
That's so detailed.
I want to watch Vantage Point. But Ghost Dog. Yes,
that is a movie.
Everyone watch Ghost Dog. That's like a great. It's like a weird hitman movie, but it's really good. Forrest Whitaker and Vantage Point. I'm gonna have to add that to the list to check out.
Vantage Point was good. Like I said, I like Vantage Point.
So did you ever feel like you needed more awareness about something but didn't know how to get that awareness, Georgia?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I think in general, if you want to learn something new, I think that's kind of what we're touching on in this category. Mm-hmm. If you feel like you need more awareness about something. Yeah, he's so cute, right? We're looking at Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest.
He's so cute. Vantage point. No, I believe you. Wow, 34%.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
They didn't like it, but you see, and that just goes to show.
You know what else I found out they didn't like that I liked from being a child? Dick Tracy.
Oh, wow.
What? I feel like that's like, isn't that like a hit?
No.
Wasn't Dick Tracy like a very, like a household name?
Yes.
Oh, well, 62%.
I don't even know who Dick Tracy is, but I know the
like
name
who
Dick
the
Tracy.
Actor was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I was looking at some of the reviews and they were saying this is everything wrong with Hollywood. It's just stars because it was like Madonna in it and Al Pacino.
In Vantage Point?
No, in Dick Tracy.
A movie. So it was a movie about Dick Tracy.
No.
Not the actual show.
Because Dick Tracy was like an old.
That was a
thing.
show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the movie.
Oh. They did like a biopic on it.
I was like, that sounds
No, it's a movie.
So...
Yeah.
A movie. It's just a movie, Dick Tracy. I didn't know anything past the movie of Dick Tracy.
Yeah, there was a show called Dick Tracy
I'm
back
pretty
in
sure
the day.
it was a show.
Oh,
like
for real?
in the 60s or something.
Yeah, it's like an old.
Oh, well,
like
this is a
super
movie from
boomer show.
1990. It had Madonna in it.
Dick
wow.
Tracy was way long time ago.
Oh,
I
well,
was
yeah.
like, that's like some Nick at Night shit or something. I don't know.
No,
That's
no,
even
but,
before that.
But this movie was good to me. Like I said, I was young when it came out. I probably didn't even see it when it came out. I would have been fucking 3. So I probably saw it when I was like 5 or 6. But it was so good because
in the
it
90s, you would have been 3?
90. I would have been 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Dick Tracy, it was shot. It was a human movie shot like a comic, kind of like a comic book kind of like feel.
Yeah.
And I think that's why as a kid I like really liked it. Huh. But like I said, I seen like reviews on it and they were just like, oh, this is everything wrong with Hollywood. They just put out bullshit and throw stars behind it and think that people are going to watch it. And I was like, damn, like, I don't know. I thought the movie was decent.
Isn't that so funny though?
It wasn't The Matrix or anything, but it was a good movie.
It's just like the collective consciousness.
Well, people hate on shit. Collective awareness of, Hollywood's fake. Now we gotta. So that could be a fake awareness, you know? Yeah. Oh, just because all these people are in it, we don't like it.
Yeah, but like I said, to pull that all back to awareness, that's one of the reasons I like Vantage Point. Vantage Point has a lot of awareness. It shows you everybody's, because like it rewinds. That's what it does. Because something happened. I'm not going to tell you because I want you guys to watch the movie, and I'm not going to do the Denzel thing to you.
Spoil it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Something happens, and then they give you like 7 or 8 fucking perspective of what happened. Yeah. Where they were at when it happened and what part they played in it happening and all this other shit. And like I said, I found value in that. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know?
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that brought up the idea to me of like, okay, so we're, 8 billion people on the planet and we all have this little piece of awareness. It makes me wonder, like, I don't know, all of us together, we're sort of like a whole. Right?
No, we are. I feel like that awareness is interconnected 100%.
But it can never be interchanged. Like, my awareness can never be your awareness.
That's a lie.
Is that true?
I definitely think that my awareness could be your awareness. If we meditate together or if we practice certain things together, I definitely think that we can be co-aware of something going on. If we have a certain level of connection with each other and we've been around each other so long, we could see the same thing. We could look at each other
and know.
Yeah, I've experienced that actually.
Yeah,
that. I mean, well, that was like on shrooms, but it was like, I mean, I've had like shared consciousness type moments with people.
And me, I'm so a researcher.
Yeah.
That I'll have that moment. And then later on, ask about it.
Yeah.
And confirm that they were thinking exactly what I was thinking.
Wow.
Because I have to know.
Yeah.
And that's how I am.
That must be so satisfying.
But it is.
When you can prove it.
Does it freak you out?
I feel like it is. I mean, even when it's like not that great, it's like cool. When there's like, oh yeah, that was
confirmation.
Yeah. The confirmation of the supernatural abilities we have is very is like the best thing in the world. One of the best things in the world to me.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should you beware of awareness?
Yes.
Should you be aware of awareness?
Yes.
How so? You said yes, Alex. How so?
Know.
Being too aware can ruin your fucking life.
How so?
I think if you're aware of too much, you realize how shit everything is. And I feel like it's a line we all tote, because if you're too aware, like just I'm speaking from my personal experience because I'm crazy. When you get too aware of everything, you realize how little anything really fucking matters. Like nothing really matters. Family doesn't matter. Existence doesn't matter. All this shit doesn't matter.
When I'm depressed, I feel like I'm like at my smartest, which is the weirdest part. It's like, oh yeah, I just know all this shit. That's how I
Say more.
It's like it's like going on exactly
no, but
what
that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah. And like I said, I feel like I feel like what's the saying? Ignorance is bliss. And I feel
why didn't I take the blue pill?
Yeah, I feel like everything, like in life, regardless of how smart you need to be or want to be, I feel like you still need a good layer of ignorance to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I feel like when you know too much, you analyze everything, and everything is a system or a process.
Well,
Yeah.
And you can't enjoy shit.
And this is why I drink.
Here's a question. I mean, can you know too much about yourself? Because I think that in our society, there's like this, we're really trained to look at the outer world versus to put our awareness on the outer world, like the success and the achievement and all that kind of stuff versus knowing yourself.
Yeah, but I've always been aware of these nuts.
Right.
Yo, how are you gonna fucking jump cut my question? God damn it. You motherfucker.
Because I was aware of it.
I should have kept it off the screen. Alex.
Yeah.
Final question.
What's up?
Big important one.
Okay. That's what she said.
Have you ever been aware of D's nuts?
I get it. It's a joke.
No. Have you ever been aware of D's nuts?
No. Remember, you were a comedian that told bad jokes, but you were self-aware that the jokes were bad.
It's not a
so
joke.
it makes them funny.
It's not a joke.
I'm laughing. I get it.
It's actually, Georgia, have you ever been aware of D's nuts?
No comment.
So, you don't know. So I get that.
Did you say no condom?
I get that. I get the trying to be aloof, no comment type thing. Alex, D's nuts.
I love that word.
What? Condom?
No, aloof.
Aloof, yeah. So D's nuts was actually a presidential candidate. Hold on, I gotta pull this guy up here.
Yeah, what was that, Carolina or somewhere?
Yeah. Hold on. So you guys are both showing your lack of awareness. I feel like you're aware of D's nuts.
It was definitely in the South. I saw it. They voted for that guy.
Yeah, D's nuts politician.
Who's they? Huh? Who's they? They
the people who in
which people?
Hey, it was a lot of them. He was like a third party, and people were just really voting for that fool.
D's nuts, the satirical presidential candidate portrayed by Brady C. Olson, who ran for president in 2016.
That's not his real name.
Filed a statement of D's nuts presidential candidacy with the Federal Election Commission in Iowa.
It was Iowa?
Yeah. A resident of Iowa.
That doesn't seem like something people in Iowa would do.
Yeah. But
that definitely seems like Mississippi-ish.
But he did D's nuts, and he became a meme. And look, I get Georgia. I know you voted for him, and it was a very unpopular thing.
No such thing.
I know, no comment. She's like, oh, no comment. But no, actually, D's nuts was and I just want to end the episode with. I hope you all get more aware out there. Look up whether you're looking up D's nuts or you're looking up whatever's going on in the world, whether it's from over here to over there, from the country to that country, and these people with that people, and the politics and the things. Get very aware, but don't get all mad about it and start trying to school people, because what you're getting aware of, it might be contested by someone with other awareness. So then you got to go look into that, and then you got to go see what's really happening. And nothing's actually happening, because this is all an illusion. It's all a simulation, and we'll see you later. Alex, any final words?
Georgia, you came on. We gave you socks. You're back, so we're gonna give you this. But just know you have a residency here, so we're not gonna give you anything else.
That's really sweet. I will say the most important gift that I received, thank you for these, was for the second time, this is my second podcast, for the second time, you saying, did you guys hear that? That was life-changing advice. And I don't see that very often on this podcast, so thank you.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like I said, we have moments. And just so you know, I gave you the black ice, white and black socks, and we gave you the vanilla nude and brown.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's the scents that you got. So yeah, you know, like I said, those things smell amazing. I still have the Warriors Ocean one in my car.
I can't wait.
And I get a whiff of it. I've had it in there for like a month. And you know, those things kind of fade fast.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I'll turn my head too fast and I'll smell it. So I'm so happy that we got those things made. They work really well. They look gorgeous. They have our sock print on it.
Yeah.
It has our website on it.
Yes.
And like I said, if anybody asks you about it, let them know that we have hella comfortable socks.
I will do.
Okay.
Yeah. I wear mine all the time.
Yeah. All right.
They're very comfortable.
Yeah.
Alex, any final things to say to people about awareness or life or anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like we had a very deep, very long conversation, almost 2 hours with you guys about awareness. I hope you pulled some little tidbits from, you know, my satire and Georgia's honest opinion and Spinny's fingers changing the cameras because he doesn't really know anything. You know, this podcast is really for me and Georgia to talk about our awareness.
That's true.
Oh,
But while you're watching this episode and you're showing your awareness around your other friends and they're aware of you awareing them, choose happiness. You know, I want you to always choose happiness. Awareness is a very big part about choosing happiness, because if you're not aware that you're not choosing happiness, how do you choose happiness?
that's so real, bro, because people really just don't be thinking. It's like so many times you've been like, oh, I'm fucking pissed about this thing. But if you have that awareness, you can be like, this is something that I'm fucking... No, I'm gonna wear... What? Oh, you getting mad? Are you not choosing happiness right now?
And you won't like me when I'm mad.
You gotta just fucking choose it, bro. Be aware of the fucking emotions, bro. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Be aware of your emotions.
Yeah. And that's our main focus and thing that we want to do. Have that. Be aware of your emotional intelligence, because your EQ is more important than your IQ. And if you understand that,
Truth.
If you have the awareness,
Banger.
if you have the awareness to comprehend that your EQ is more important than your IQ, in that moment, choose happiness. So, from Ness Culture, Alexander the Great, the beautiful Georgia, Spinny himself, and the What's Your Ness podcast, we want you to show awareness and choose happiness.
Always. I'm going to be choosing happiness tonight, and I'm very aware that that's what I'm going to be doing. Hey, good night. It was so nice to spend some time with you, and we'll see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things.
Bless.
We'll see you later.
Hey, Spinny, I'm aware about that Chindo, so can I borrow it? Because I got a chick I need to go see tonight.
Yeah, I ain't watched it in like 6 months, bro, and I used it a few times.
I don't think she minds, bro.
All right, cool.
All right.